All right, field set out of the Long Beach corner. Down at the far end of the track, yellows are out, and we're ready to go green for Micro Swift. Green flag racing. Frankie Mossman right to the front, the 777. Another good start for the Bennick driver. Tina Hicks right there in the number 2 spot. Field makes it through the first set of turns, down the hill out of corner curve on into that hairpin left. Setting them up for Silk, high-speed right-hander. Underneath the smokestacks in Fontucky, through the Contino Carousel, and then into the horseshoe on lap number 1. Three of them up battling on the front end with Mossman, your leader. Hicks, the number 10 machine. 63 Tuesday Calderwood. Also with a great start. The 63 cart right there runs in third. PRD Senior Pilot, PRD Senior, PRD Masters to the grid. Still three of them up close in that lead pack, and then a gap. Back to 5 more drivers running in single file formation. Second main event of the afternoon, Micro Swift on the racetrack. Good battle up for the lead with Mossman. Hanging on, that's the 10 of Hicks. 63 Calderwood. And a gap back to the 3 of Austin Manka. PRD Senior Pilot, PRD Senior, PRD Masters up on the grid for your main event. Race group number 2, Micro Swift on the track. Nine of them entered for the Micro Swift class. Order stays the same this time around. Heading down the hill one more time into that left-hand hairpin. The slide advantage going to Mossman. And that last time around, Mossman able to open up now on Hicks and Calderwood. The gap back to Manka. He leads a group of 4 drivers. And Group 3, PRD Senior Pilot, PRD Senior, PRD Masters to follow. Into Horseshoe, Mossman all by himself now. Has a little bit of breathing room. Good clean race for the Micro Swift drivers. Taking it through the carousel, your leader is Mossman, the 777. And a good race now for second and third position as they come out of Long Beach. And over the finish line, another lap complete for your leader, Frankie Mossman, in front of the grandstands in that 777 Bennick. Hicks still hanging on to that second place position right in front of Tuesday Calderwood. And that same distance back to Manka, who leads a group of 5 carts still. Everybody content to just run in that single file formation. Not much passing going on as Mossman has really built on that lead and opened up on it. 777 cart, your leader, Frankie Mossman. Drivers getting the halfway point, and it's all Mossman at the halfway point, not even looking back, just looking forward. Hicks and Calderwood trying to reel in the leader. Or at least keep them in their sights. Mossman not making any mistakes out there, the 777 cart. Had a good trek out there in Phoenix as well, having a pretty good month of racing. And another lap led for Frankie Mossman. Order is the same. That's Hicks in the number 2 spot. Calderwood runs in 3rd for the Micro Swift main event. Frankie Mossman must have been out there watching how the Crow Show does it, because he's out there on a big lead all by himself. Frankie doing a great job out there, taking it through Silk. Another lap led, looking good past the halfway point now. Time running out for the Micro Swift drivers. In their main event, PRD Senior Pilot, PRD Senior, and PRD Masters up on the starting grid getting ready for their main. It's about a 3/4 length straightaway advantage for your leader right here in that 777 Mossman. Hicks running a strong second. The Tony Kart repping the number 10 in honor of the professor, Jerry Henderson. Mossman's 777 running the quick lap time, consistently quick out there, lap after lap, looking good out there. The 777, your leader. $18 laps for the main events, main heats. Just getting started. This is race group number 2. PRD Senior Pilot, PRD Senior, and PRD Masters will be our next group. And Hicks drops the position, and that field has joined up and became a long line of Carters, with Tuesday Calderwood getting by Hicks and will lead that group. That's a pack. 7 drivers behind the leader. Next time by, 2 to go. And Hicks dropped another position there, sliding back one more spot. Calderwood now sitting alone in the number 2 spot. And they're all chasing the leader. Frankie Mossman way out front. Has time to pull over and take a short nap. White flag coming out for Mossman. Checkered flag comes out. And the big win for the 777 Frankie Mossman. Pulling away today and trying to dominate. Seen it a couple of the heat races today. Now you saw Mossman do it with the young Micro Swift drivers. So a great job by Mossman as we look for our next green flag. And we're racing.
Already fanning out here as they come into turn 1.
Riley Dugan, the 96 machine, had a great day so far, qualifying quick, taking the heat race. And Dugan in the 96 kart right out in a familiar spot on the lead.
Plenty of racing action headed your way. This is only the 3rd of our lineup of main events for the afternoon. Once again, we're live on livestream.com. Look for LAKC Live May 2016.
11 races to go on the day. This is race group number 3, so plenty of action here at Cal Speed for the Los Angeles Karting Championship May race.
Dugan already putting a few kart lengths lead there on Bashkar. A little tighter action there with Hudson, Jasinski, and Bland. Once again, this is a combination of PRD senior pilots, PRD seniors, and PRD masters. Jasinski, the one and only PRD Masters driver, currently in the 5th place overall.
Mini Swift PRD 1 up to the grid, race group number 4. Your main event up next. These are 18 laps on the mains. Earlier they ran 10 for the heat races.
Wow, Dugan really has extended that lead even further here, Chappie. He's really mashing the gas.
Yeah, I don't think there's any need to make any changes to that kart either, because it's like an instant replay of what Riley did to the rest of the field in the heat race. And the rest of the field scratching their helmets. Wondering what are they going to do to try to reel in Riley Dugan, going purple, running quick laps.
Did not take him long to get himself into a sizable lead here.
Buskar, the 20 machine, 44 Linton, Hudson the 62, 47 Jasinski, Bland the number 2. On the overall, 6 of them taking the green.
Jasinski has now moved into the 4th place overall, currently leads. Well, he's the only PRD Masters driver on the track right now, so obviously he will be the victor in his classification. Looks like Bland had an issue, is now at the back of the pack here for some reason.
Yeah, Bland running good in the heat race. Definitely having some troubles early on here.
And Dugan really begins to extend that lead even further as he comes around Long Beach, now across the stripe, and he has got a significant lead, just about a straightaway length lead now on positions 2, 3, and 4.
Running the Grande course for the May race. I believe one of the original looking layouts out here. They definitely run the longer lap times. They use pretty much all the original configurations out here.
As we mentioned previously, one of the unique parts about racing with LAKC, the track is reconfigured each and every month so that the racers and tuners do not confront the same track or direction. So there's always some little thing they have to confront each and every month with some nuances on the racetrack.
Yeah, they'll really mix it up out here at Cal Speed. Why? Because they can, and it's a unique setting out here in the parking lot outside of Turn 4 of the big racetrack. Other tracks don't have that luxury, but they can change direction, as we saw yesterday in a very rare race going opposite direction at Adams.
That was pretty unique. I did not get a chance to be out there. I know you were out there, Chappie, and I don't think I've ever seen Adams run in an opposite direction. That's kind of a unique animal there.
Yeah, a challenge and a little bit difficult to announce. It took me a while to get everything straight and get the turns right because, as you know, Adams, 14-turn course.
Yeah, that is quite a configuration out there. So to run it in an opposite direction makes it that much more of a challenge for everybody involved.
Riley Dugan having a great day at the racetrack, dominating in the heat race, looking to do more of the same here. That 96 cart out front.
Once again, if you're looking for the broadcast, we are now switching over to the platform of livestream.com. So livestream.com, LAKC Live, May 2016. So again, apologies. I know we had it posted that we're going to be up and running on YouTube.com. For some reason, there was an issue getting the broadcast through that portal, and we went back to the old faithful, if you will, to livestream.com.
Minnie Swift and PRD1 up next. Minnie Swift and PRD1 up to the starting grid.
I know we usually have our main of the month, but I guess everything's going to be main of the month this particular month of May. So you can expect that each and every main event will be on the YouTube channel, the Kart Racer TV YouTube channel, throughout this week here. So give us a few days. We'll have everything posted up probably by Wednesday. Everything will be up, and like I say, we'll probably have at least 1 to 2 races up on the Kart Racer TV channel starting tonight.
I saw some clean notch bags.
Still got 11 laps remaining in this main event with the PRD seniors, PRD senior pilot, I should say, PRD Masters and a PRD senior. At this point, boy, look at the lead that Dugan has now. It's pretty monstrous at this point. So now your battle is for that second spot with Jacob Linton grabbing over, I should say, taking over the second position.
Dugan out there in another zip code. He is way out front for Riley Dugan. Great run.
Steven Jasinski has now moved into the third spot. He's your one and only competitor in the Purity Masters division. So Jasinski making up a couple of spots since the drop of the green here in this main event.
Running with the PRD senior pilots.
Dugan now just coming around Long Beach, and the rest of the pack coming through Carousel. Boy, it's just every lap he grows that lead further and further.
Make sure you check us out on the LAKC website. Believe we made a change for the July race because of some scheduling here. I guess there's a concert coming up, so they actually moved the Tri-C event and the LAKC event for July. And make sure you check us out on the website for the full schedule for 2016. And we're going to be right here at this track again for the Cal State Championships, and a lot of surprises for the race fans that we're going to be up to for that one with Kart Racer TV and interviews and all kinds of stuff, giving them just a top-notch show. It's going to be pretty cool out here. Glad to be a part of it.
Oh, that'll be a great event. We're really looking forward to it. It will not be a live broadcast, but we will do a recording of that event and have it up on our YouTube channel throughout the latter part of the summer, mid part of the summer. So we're looking forward to that. And yes, most definitely, Chad, I think that's going to be an excellent event.
Yeah, 3 days in June with the In-N-Out truck here on Friday. Always a popular amongst the drivers. Got that CRG Empire Karts trackside support trailer open for business. Go say hi, pay him a visit. For all your trackside karting needs, CRG Empire Karts.
8 laps remaining in this main event. PRD Senior Pilot, PRD Seniors, PRD Masters, the mix in this particular main event for the afternoon. Mini Swift is coming up next along with PRD 1. Mini Swift coming up next. Looks like Jasinski's challenging for the second spot, and he makes the pass coming around Long Beach. So Steven Jasinski has slowly inched his way forward, now running second overall. Riley Dugan continues to be your leader.
Just got like 9 more races. Good to see you. Fucking cool.
Half of those amazing photos.
Oh, awesome, guys.
You should wait and watch one of their start.
Yeah, let me meet you guys out in a sec because we're broadcasting live right now on my live stream. Good to see you guys. Thanks for saying hi.
Now Dugan coming around Long Beach. Going to look at 6 laps remaining in this main event, and he pretty much has this thing well in hand. Jasinski is now beginning to pull away from Linton in that battle for second and third.
And that's your leader right there, Dugan, the 96, on that big lead.
So you got to give Jasinski some props here. He's really made a good run to the front. Now beginning to put a gap between himself and Linton. I don't think he has enough time to track down Dugan at this point. There are 6 laps remaining. Actually, there will be 5 when Dugan comes across the stripe next time by. Unless for some reason Dugan has a mechanical issue.
So far, so good, and a nice little Sunday drive at the racetrack for Riley Dugan.
Nice mild weather out here in Fontana, California. I know we experienced just a little bit of drizzle this morning. There was some concerns that we might have a soggy racetrack, but thankfully that has not been the case. So it has been nice to have the cloud cover to keep things in check in terms of the heat and having a hot racetrack. I know once we get ourselves into June, July, and August, it will be pretty significantly hot out here. Next race for LAKC will be Sunday, June 12th. So just about a month from today, June the 12th, make sure to join us once again. We're hoping to have some of the gremlins worked out of our issues, so we won't have the same amount of technical problems we've had today. But once again, we are on livestream.com for those of you looking for the live broadcast of our racing action this afternoon. 4 laps remaining for Riley Dugan. Just kind of cruising at this point. Jasinski really has not placed a further gap between himself and Jacob Linton. So Linton is still trying to hold strong for that second spot as they head down the hill. Bashker running in fourth.
Mini Swift and PRD1 going to be up next for their main event, followed by the Shifters.
3 laps remain. Dugan well over a straightaway length lead. So the battle continues to race for Jasinski and Linton in that second spot. Linton now looks like he's creeping up ever so slightly on Jasinski as they come around Cornucurva.
And this next time by, it'll be 2 to go for your leader, Dugan.
Still plenty of racing action coming your way. This is only the third of 11 main events for the afternoon. As Dugan coming around Long Beach down to the main straightaway across the stripe, sees the popsicle stick, so we have 2 remaining. Man, he's got a monster lead now. At this point, it kind of becomes a test session for Dugan as he cruises around the racetrack. There you see second and third for those of you watching the broadcast. Jasinski and Linton continue to battle it out for that second spot. Linton now going to put a little bit of pressure on Jasinski through the hairpin. So this one not in the bag for Jasinski just yet. But with that, Dugan coming around Long Beach. As he comes down the main straightaway, we'll see the white flag.
Dominating out there, looking to get a nickname with that kind of performance.
Yeah, boy, I tell you, impressive today.
Can't go much better than that. Dugan, big win in the heat race, big win in the main event. Looking to pull off the big LAKC May race double. And it will be the Mini Swift and PRD1 class up next for their main event. Checkered flag, nicely done, JR, for Riley Dugan. A well-deserved victory there.
Look at that. He's already across the stripe, almost in the pits in the second and third place. They're just barely rounding Long Beach right now.
He's going to make it through tech and have his card all loaded up by the time the second place crosses the stripe.
Oh, look at the pass. Linton makes the pass on Jasinski for the second spot.
Good battle there behind the big lead front by Dugan.
Nice job. Jacob Linton grabbing the second spot. Steven Jasinski running third. Ashkan Basker running fourth. Sierra Hudson fifth. Ian Bland running sixth. These youngsters always put on a really good show, so we're looking for a competitive main event. Hopefully looking for green. They're telling them to slow it down, and we go green.
Yeah, the green flag waves. It looked like they might have been on the throttle early, but here they come.
Look at Morgan. Great start by Cole Keith Cotham.
Yeah, Cotham, a great start, rocking that number 10 in honor of Henderson, the professor teaching a lot of these young drivers over the years when they got their start, not only to be kart racers, but to be good kart racers.
Absolutely, yes. We did lose our good friend, the Professor Jerry Henderson, last month. Memorial services for Jerry were held this past Thursday, and if you would like to see that memorial service, we do have the entire length of that service posted on Kart Racer TV on our YouTube channel.
Yeah, early on, that field's starting to settle into that single file formation, still trying to shuffle for position there on lap number 1 at a Long Beach. And they'll cross the stripe the first time at an 18 for their main event.
It's Morgan, Cotham, and Martinez. Look at Martinez holding strong with Cotham. Martinez, another one of those proteges of the late Jerry Henderson, along with Cole Cotham.
Morgan looking good out on the lead. Taking him through. Silk leads the way early on.
I know you had mentioned this earlier, chap, but Cole Keith Cotham coming off of a main event win from last night at Wheel to Wheel Raceway, running in the Speedway Sprint division and running in the intermediate Speedway Sprint division, which is pretty stout. 500cc Jawa alcohol burning race engines in those race, really the little miniature sprint cars, if you will.
Yeah, if you've never seen those races, also a great facility over there, Victorville Fairgrounds at Wheel to Wheel Raceway. And congratulations to CK10 today for taking the win last night in the dirt, playing in the dirt for Baldozer Racing.
Look at Martinez putting the pressure on Cotham. Nice nose-to-tail action between Morgan, Cotham, and Martinez. Boy, we got a 7-cart freight train going on here. 16 laps remain. This is a good candidate here for a main of the month.
Yeah, these young drivers put on a show every time, give you your money's worth. Always a great race. Everybody up on the chain link fence watching this one.
So it looked like momentarily there, it looks like positions 1, 2, and 3 were kind of running away, but that is no longer the case. This 7 to 8 car train is really going fast here. Morgan still your leader. Martinez now in second.
Yeah, nice move by Rara. Slides up, gets by Cotham, and now runs second behind the leader, Morgan.
Look at Martinez putting pressure on Morgan. 15 laps remain, so there's plenty of time for fireworks to happen here. Headed into the horseshoe. Morgan remains your leader. Martinez second. Cotham running third.
Nice and patient. You see the drivers behind the leader just content to run that almost identical line as they sat things up real wide on the entry into Long Beach, a tight right-hand corner.
Oh, look at an inside move here. Aiden Dodge moving his way forward.
And Dodge has been quick in the number 11 machine.
A little bit more shuffling within that top 7.
Plenty of time to make your move here on the Grande course in an 18-lap main event.
14 remain out of the 18. Martinez still putting the pressure on Dodge. Now headed around Long Beach.
And there'll be a lot of passing there, especially late in the race, as you'll see drivers behind the leader dive down low and try to make that move.
Now your front 5 beginning to break away from the rest of the pack. It's Morgan, Martinez, Cotham, and Jalen Mack.
Yeah, Mack joins the party out of Mack Motorsports, another famous name in the sport of karting here in Southern California and beyond. S1, S2, S3, S4, S5 should be up at the grid or headed up to the grid. We'll follow Mini Swift and PRD1. 18 laps on the main event.
Boy, look at Martinez continuing to put the heat on Morgan as they come around Long Beach one more time. They will be looking at 12 laps remaining. Still plenty of time to make things happen. Looks like we got a change in that third spot. Aiden Dodge is really mashing the gas here, Chappie.
Definitely have the cart dialed in, the driver's dialed in. He battles with them. And we'll stick that number 11 and keep it right there in the number 3 position behind the leaders.
So Aiden Dodge really moving his way forward in that third position. He's now putting the pressure on Martinez.
Little bump in there on the backside as they run in single file formation. Now side by side there for second as they enter the horseshoe. A high-speed left-hander here on the Grande course.
Looks like Dodge grabbing a little bit of lead. Look at an inside move. Looks like we might have a change for that second spot.
Yeah, that's some great racing, battling for position behind the leader.
No, it continues to be Martinez. Looks like there was a little bit of back and forth action between Martinez and Dodge.
Every once in a while, Morgan taking a little peek back just to see what's going on back there, see how close his competition is.
Jalen Mack has now moved into the 4th spot, and look, we're back to a 7-cart freight train here, Chappie.
That's a heck of a race up front with all those young drivers.
I should say 8-cart freight train.
And any one of them capable of winning this thing.
11 laps remaining, so there's still plenty of time for things to happen here. A little bit of shuffling going on in positions 5 and on back as they come around Long Beach down the main straight. 10 laps remain. Still Dodge, Martinez, still Morgan, Martinez, and Dodge.
Yeah, Morgan doing a great job out there on the lead. Continues to run a strong race, the 66. Took another peek back, and Riley Martinez, the 79, right there on the back bumper of the 66 cart.
So the way we're looking right now, it's Morgan, Martinez, Dodge, Jalen Mack in 4th, Gordon in 5th, Ian Zunza now in the 6th spot. Cole Keith Gotham has moved back to the 7th position. Ten laps remaining out of 18.
And Morgan has been out front almost the whole race. Whole shot for Cotham right after they dropped the green.
Now a little bit of spread between 3rd and 4th here. Still Morgan, Martinez, and Dodge. Dodge being patient at this point. I think he's got the speed, though, to try to make things happen as they head down the hill. Martinez doing a great job of being patient as well.
Yeah, Riley looking real good right there, just glued to the back of the leader.
Look at Dodge to the inside.
Just forced the issue right there into that right-hander known as Silk.
Martinez battles right back, though, and closes the door.
And Riley got him back. Some good racing right behind the leader. That's for 2nd and 3rd.
I know, talking to the late Jerry Henderson, he was just very high on the talents of Riley Martinez, and she's really shown it here in this main event. Boy, look at this. Bunched up once again in your front 5. Martinez trying to go side by side. Martinez now with a lead.
Little bit of necessary right there in the corner curver and gets it done. Rah-rah to the front.
Dodge now to 2nd. Great battle between these youngsters. Man, what a race. 8 remaining.
Morgan fell back to 3rd briefly, shot back up there into 2nd, and is in jeopardy of losing another spot.
Well, look at the shuffle for the 2nd spot. That now provides a little bit of comfort space there for Martinez.
Yeah, it looks like Morgan will come back out of this one in 2nd as they head into the horseshoe.
Yeah, he got shuffled back momentarily, fought his way back to that 2nd position as Martinez comes around as your leader through Long Beach.
Yeah, Morgan fights back.
This would be a great win for Martinez if she can pull this out. I know she's got to have the thought in her head. She's doing this one for Jerry Henderson.
Yeah, it'd be a great story. Still a lot of laps left and a lot of racing left, but Riley looking good.
Jalen Mack now in the 3rd spot here, Chappie, so he has done a great job of battling here. Love it. Great action by our juniors. They always provide us with some great competitive racing month after month.
Yeah, main of the month. I think they're trying to get your attention for Cover the Race Group of the Year.
Yeah, they have so far this year, the junior classes have been the main of the month through the first 3 races of the 2016 season. Look at the lead change here. Morgan coming back to the lead.
Yeah, Morgan stayed patient, aggressive, made a nice smooth move right there on the entry to the horseshoe.
When they come across the stripe, there will be 6 laps remaining. So Martinez back in that second spot. Mack running third. Gordon has now moved into the 4th position, with Nzunza running 5th. 6 laps to go. Great racing action here with this class. Morgan, your leader as they come into the horseshoe. Martinez and Mack putting on some pressure as they come down to Long Beach. 5 laps to go now when they come across start finish. Look at them nose to tail, chap.
Morgan the advantage. They'll come flying into corner curva. 3 of them now. A little bit of a gap back to 2 more. It's like in Zooms of the 154 and the 52. The Dominator, Dominic Flash Gordon.
Your front 3 now coming into the carousel. Still led by Morgan. But Martinez and Mack do not let up at all. In fact, look at Martinez just about on that back bumper coming out of the horseshoe there.
Some young, talented drivers doing what they do best out here and putting on a show for the LAKC race fans here at the May race.
4 laps remaining now coming across the stripe. Time beginning to run out. Looks like Martinez is trying to be as patient as she can, though. Jalen Mack will be right there. For some reason, there's a little bit of an issue with the front, too. So you got to keep an eye on Jalen Mack running in that tight 3rd spot. Nzunza goes purple last time by at 54.304.
154 making a late run here. And Nzunza looking good.
Martinez once again putting some pressure on the back bumper of Cole Morgan. They're going to see 3 laps remaining the next time by start finish. Once again becoming a 5-cart train.
Shifters coming to life, warming them up behind us on the grid, and they're going to be our next main event.
Martinez still putting pressure, followed by Mack. Little bit of bumping and grinding going on. 5 carts looking for the lead with only 3 laps remaining. Challenge for second as they come around the carousel. Still remains Morgan in the lead. Martinez trying to find a way past Morgan and possibly come up with a really huge victory here.
Enzo Delaney, you need to head on up and get your 3rd place trophy for Micro Swift. Go collect your hardware, Enzo Delaney.
2 laps remaining here. Coming around corner curva. Still Morgan as your leader, followed by Martinez. Now Nzunza in that 3rd spot. Mack falling back just 1 position. Boy, this is getting exciting. Coming around carousel. Morgan as your leader, Martinez looking for a way to get by.
Starting to look like a final pass into Long Beach on this race. For the
Yeah,
win.
absolutely. I think they're sizing things up right now as they fan out, looking for a change at that second spot. Let's see what the computer tells us as they come across the stripe.
And we've got one to go. This is going to be an exciting last lap, JR.
Inzunza now in second. Martinez has fallen to fifth. Still not over. Cole Morgan still your leader, followed by Inzunza. Will Inzunza have enough to make a last turn pass here?
Morgan going to be tough to get around, especially on a last lap.
Looking to challenge here for the second spotter. It's Dominic Gordon as they come around Carousel headed into Horseshoe. Look at Inzunza.
Here's where it's going to go down. Who's diving down low first?
Oh, block there.
Morgan protects it down low, but this could hurt him.
Oh, it looks like it will. And Inzunza.
The big finish there. It happened at
man.
Long Beach. Morgan dove down low to protect it, but it ended up costing him. What a win for Inzunza.
Wow.
One lap. He probably led for about 50 yards.
Jacob Pote, Zoli Sully, Prescott Campbell, John Nielsen, Trevor Sumner, Rico Schleimon in the 15th spot, followed by Marcelo Sabra, Peter Hudson, Josh Early, Darren Elliott all the way to the 19th spot. That'll be fun to watch. David Roberts starting 20th, and Haley Deegan in the 21st spot. This is our shifter kart division, which includes S1, S2, S3, S4, S5. And coming from a standing start, we'll have them grid up just like they do in Formula One. They will see solid red lights. Unfortunately, we can't see it, but when the lights go dark, it's time to hit the loud pedal. Revs coming up. We go green.
Billy's choosing to start all of the last Are you announcing?
Yes. So Musgrave has actually elected to choose to fall back in line in the back of the pack. So as they come across the stripe for the first lap of this main event, Matthias Podbros is your leader.
And interesting to watch the orange helmet Musgrave elected to start in the back, going for that hard charger award.
I think that'll make things a whole lot more interesting, that's for sure, especially since you have Darren Elliott towards the back as well. In fact, look at this. They have already moved up to the 9th and 10th spot, so both of those racers have made up about 8 positions just within one lap.
Definitely fun to watch.
Podbos really beginning to put a nice gap between himself and second spot as they will see 16 laps to go here, so plenty of time to make some fireworks happen. Already seen Musgrave move forward. Elliott and Musgrave have both moved up to the 7th and 8th position. Look at Musgrave beginning to work his way, going back and forth with Darren Elliott.
And we'll need X30 up to the grid. X30 up to the grid. Shifters running some quick lap times.
Still have plenty of racing action coming your way. This is only our 5th of 11 main events.
Just at about the halfway point. Another awesome race here by the Los Angeles Karting Championship at the home track right here at Cal Speed.
Speaking of halfway, when you consider that this is only a 9-race season and this is the 4th race of the year, we're just about at the halfway point in terms of the points championship. So a lot of these racers are now probably beginning to think about points implications. Want to make everything count for the remainder of the 2016 season.
Also, a big congratulations to all of our Winter Series champions. Little 3-race series within the series. Recognizing our talented drivers in all classes out here on the LAKC.
Once again, just a reminder that we are live on livestream.com. And just place a search for LAKC Live May 2016.
Musgrave getting another spot back. Goes down on the low end.
Yeah, they inch. When I say they, I'm talking about Darren Elliott and Billy Musgrave. Inch up a position every lap. They are running 5th and 6th. Elliott in that 5th spot. So it's really been entertaining to watch two of our top shifter kart drivers here come from the back of the pack. And it was Musgrave who elected to start in the back of the pack. He was essentially slated to be on pole. But in efforts to make it interesting, decides to duke it out. Now look at Musgrave trying to pick up another spot.
Just lost the momentum there. Tried to downshift, head into the low side, a corner curva, but then couldn't keep it up. And doesn't get the position there. Keeps plugging away. Back there in the number 5 position on the racetrack for Musgrave.
Still plenty of time remaining. 13 laps to go. Once again, this is the S1, S2, S3, S4, S5 shifter class. 5 different classes within this main event.
Overall lead for Podbaj, 14C S1 Pro driver. Kazade running a good one in S4 Masters. Chandler Campbell having a good day, S2 Semi-Pro.
Musgrave now running in 4th, so he and Elliott running 4th and 5th respectively. Still plenty of time for those veterans to try to make up some of that territory with 12 laps remaining.
Musgrave now right up on the back bumper of Chandler Campbell. And Musgrave trying to gain another position out there on track.
Campbell's been having a pretty nice year in the shifter karts as well. Darren Elliott going purple last time by. Look at a change for 3rd. Musgrave now into 3rd, followed by Elliott in that 4th spot. So coming around corner curva, they both made a pass on Chandler Campbell. And you got to believe those two racers are looking for the front here. Plenty of time, 10 laps remaining, so they've got time to make things happen here, Chappie. So both Billy Musgrave, Darren Elliott, starting from the back of the pack, have worked their way forwards to the positions 3 and 4.
Definitely impressive to watch. Hard charging and picking them off from the back of the pack. Podbaj just having a great race way out front. Has the overall lead. That's one shifter driver for the semi-pro.
That gap beginning to close now between positions 1, 2, 3, and 4.
X30 juniors up on the grid. X30 juniors to the starting grid.
They're seeing cross flags, so we're halfway home in this main event. Billy Musgrave going purple last time by at 47.438. So Musgrave pedaling as fast as he can to try to get himself to the front.
Musgrave getting close on that entrance to Corner Curva, looking to move up into second place overall. The way it's looking now, this could end up real close at the end. Musgrave is coming hard.
Musgrave with 2 consecutive purple laps. This time he goes 47.262. So picking up a couple of tenths. He's really got the elbows up at this point, putting the pressure on second spot. 7 laps to go. Let's see if he has enough time to try to challenge for that top position. Your leader coming across the stripe, Podbos. And look at Musgrave.
Yeah, he timed that one out perfectly. Right at the end of the straightaway, JR. Dove down to the inside on that right-hander, and he's got second.
Boy, so just like that, coming from the back of the pack into the second position. 6 laps remaining. I think he has enough time to make things happen here.
Yeah, and meanwhile, inside Podbodge's cart, the orange helmet alert light just went off.
And when that light goes off, it's time to start pedaling faster. Pretty good gap, though, between first and second. But you got to know that Musgrave is looking to make things happen with 5 laps remaining. Coming around Corner Curva.
Got a full house watching this one closely. They know it's going to set up for an exciting finish.
Lap traffic now being a little bit of an issue here for your leader. Slightly holding up.
Didn't seem to get held up too bad on that one. Got by pretty clean.
Still a pretty good gap between first and second with the laps winding down with 4 to go.
Yeah, Musgrave's going to catch him at Corner Curva. And hopefully won't hold up Musgrave. And that's not a good spot right there to be behind the lap traffic. And he gets held up a little bit into the right-hander.
Yeah,
that might have been enough for Podbodge right there. That slight delay that cost Musgrave.
Yeah, you saw Musgrave kind of look back over the shoulder. I think he was checking to see who that was because I don't think he's very happy with that racer at this point. That was the 61X of Peter Hudson. Look at Musgrave, though, trying to close that gap with 3 laps remaining. Don't know if he has enough time to make it happen, Chappie.
Podbodge pretty tough out there on the front end.
Boy, props to Darren Elliott. He's now running third. Elliott starting in the 19th spot.
Unbelievable what they have done. That is some talented driving, starting from the back of a class like this.
So as your leaders come into Long Beach, they will see 2 laps to go. Musgrave has shaved off almost a second of that lead. Musgrave is coming. Boy, he's closing that gap real fast. In fact, Musgrave going purple last time by 47.241. So he's picked up the pace.
Really made up a big chunk right there on the entrance to the carousel as well.
Let's see what he can do now as they will see 1 lap to go next time by. Start finish. Closing the gap even further, Chappie.
1 lap drag race. Here we go. Can Podbosh hold off from the back of the pack? Musgrave.
Look at Musgrave closing even further. Heading downhill. Let's see if Musgrave can make a move. Gets even tighter.
Seems to be real good through Silk, and watch him right here. Really gains up and comes right up on the back of Podbosh into the carousel.
Oh yeah, look at
They're
that.
ready to strike.
He is within striking distance as they come into the horseshoe. Long Beach is where it's going to happen if it does. May not be enough, Chappie.
Yeah, I thought he might make a move down there to the inside of Long Beach. Stays behind Podbosh, runs that same line into Long Beach. A great job. Give it up for those 2 drivers.
Nice racing
Podbosh
action.
on the win, and Musgrave all the way to second.
Oh, man.